Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers!
To the 100 and Kevin Garnett episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, A Double Dose. I'm Nathan. Sit over here to my right, Miss Rachel Rooney Eden. Rachel, how are you?
Good morning. How are you? I'm good. We're recording in the morning again. This is so fun to record in the morning.
It is.
Although it's hard to wake up. I am excited to record in the morning. But it is hard to wake up. I won't lie. But whenever we record in the morning, I brew a coffee the night before, and I don't know why I don't do that in general, because it tastes so good. It's so cold.
Yeah, it's way better.
It's waiting for me.
Doesn't melt the water.
Freezing. No, it's amazing.
The water actually cools it down. I mean, the ice cubes actually cool it down rather than melt the ice.
Oh, it's so good. It tastes so sweet. I'm drinking it out of this cup, this New York Yankees cup. Tastes like victory. It tastes like victory. That's how I feel.
Why is that?
Because the Yankees won the American League Championship. They are going to the World Series. This is the greatest feeling ever. I can't help but smile. I'm so happy. I'm literally so happy. It's so beyond crazy to me. I'm so happy that the Yankees are going to the World Series. When I think of if I'm a little down since it's happened on Saturday night, whatever, I'm but the Yankees are going to the World Series, so all's well in the world, Now they are going to win the World Series, and then everything will really be well in the world. But yeah, so I'm happy. How are you?
I'm good. I got to celebrate a team that actually already won a championship.
I'm sorry. Do you want to look at all of the ones that they won here? There's just a couple few of the Yankees World Series.
Yeah, it's different sports. It's okay.
I'm just saying. The way you came at me, it just kind of felt like it was a little.
No one's coming at you.
You said it actually won a championship already.
No, I mean the Yankees have won plenty of championships.
You're just trying to talk shit, and
I'm not talking shit.
It's way too early in the morning for you to be doing that.
I'm not talking shit. I come in peace. I'm just saying that I honestly am very happy for you that this during your sports fandom journey, very early on, you get to see a team on a run like this, and it's going to be a great series.
Thank you.
We'll get into it, but I'm just saying that you can have what you have going on, and I can have what I have going on. I don't have much to pick at. The Red Sox stink. The Patriots stink. So it's very nice to have one winning team in Boston, and that's all I'm saying. Okay, it has nothing to do with your team. It's just what I have going on over here.
You should move your fandom, I think.
Never once will I ever consider that. But
just for the Yankees.
No.
You're not rooting for the Dodgers, so.
No, but the last time the Red Sox won the World Series, I was literally partying with the players on the duck boats. You can't take that out of somebody.
Yeah, but
you can't just remove that.
It's not we're removing it. Maybe you could both teams.
No. There's still although I'm very happy for you, there's still a piece of hatred that I have for the Yankees that will never go away. Oh my God!
Okay, whatever. I can't even talk about this with you right now. You just need to talk about whatever you want to do, and then we can get into the Yankees. Even though I brought it up, but
no.
Talk about your team.
No, I'm good. We went to your parents' house over the weekend.
Oh my God, yes. Happy anniversary. Happy 37th wedding anniversary
tremendous.
to my parents.
I'm still eating your dad's pasta days later because it was so good.
Yeah, thing's crazy. Liquid gold, truly.
Yeah, I try to test the limits with my nicotine tolerance again with one of his cigars.
Ooh. Yeah, I need
to take a nap after that one. I don't know why. I just do not mix well with nicotine, especially the cigars. Appreciate you sharing, Mr. E, but And I really do appreciate it, and I wanted to try it. It's just I don't think I can do it.
You're not on the nicotine wave.
I'm not on the nicotine wave.
Yeah.
All. It always just makes me feel a little bit too wavy.
We got a sushi boat this weekend too, which is oh my God, so much fun.
I did not expect to get great sushi in Delaware. we went to some spot, Sakatumi.
Yeah, Sakatumi. So funny.
And you walk into this place, and it's like not old, it's like a modern mansion on the side of the highway. And I was like, okay, we're gonna have some sushi, and we'll see how good it is in the middle of Delaware.
Well, you never know when you
Doesn't matter where you go to a sushi
yeah.
spot, you really never know until you have the sushi itself.
Totally.
They knocked it out of the park.
It was so good. It was so good. And they brought it out in a boat, which was even better. Like, how fun is that? Like,
when did you know it was going to be good?
Ooh, I knew it was going to be good when honestly, like, I feel like with sushi, you only know when it's good is when you first have, like, the rolls. You know what I mean? Like, you can serve me up edamame and shrimp shumai and, like, we'll be fine. Like, we'll be gravy.
Right.
Like, how can you really fuck up peas and, like, shrimp in a dumpling thing? You know what I mean? Although you can. It's, like, kind of hard to, you know? So it's, like, it was great. And then I was like, okay, like, let's figure it out. Let's see. And then when I took a bite of sushi, I was like, oh, this is good. This is good sushi. This is good. Yeah. It didn't give that, like, fishy scent.
No,
taste,
everything was fresh.
know?
Everything was good. I knew it was going to be good when our waiter introduced himself, and he goes, my name's Norris. You know, like Chuck Norris.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's what I knew, that this guy, there's a reason
that.
why he had a level of swag. He was not worried one bit about the stuff that was going to be served to us. He was
funny. He was funny. I think he liked us.
Oh yeah, he definitely did. He could definitely tell that we were all on a wave of some sort.
There's a different feeling when, like, a waiter, like, likes you. You know what I mean? Like, when they, like, come over or, like, whatever. I sent this video to Jackie once. I was literally dying, and it was like this TikTok of or like a reel, whatever, video online, and it was like me, like, being like a people pleaser, like trying to get, like, everybody to like me, and it's like a waiter at, like, a restaurant or whatever, and I, like, sent it to Jackie, and she was like, that is you. And I was like, that is so funny to me, like, the fact that I'm trying to be like, waiter, like, but not Norris.
What do you need?
Norris.
What do you need?
No, literally, not Norris.
Oh, Norris was legit.
Yes, totally. Norris was legit. And yeah, we had a great weekend. We had a great rest of the weekend. And then, like, literally, like, the Yankees are going to the World Series from this weekend. Yesterday, we watched the Boston Celtics raise banner 18 in TD Garden, versing the Knicks. Like,
yep.
How was that? How did, you know what I mean? Like, craziness happened there. Like, we literally manifested that into existence. Celtics versus the Knicks.
Yep.
Like, both my teams out there playing their hardest, playing their heart out, playing it for the banner 18.
You just really just cheering for everyone to have a good time.
I really was. I was coloring away.
Yep.
I was, like, in little kid mode. Everyone have fun. I'm coloring. I'm happy.
Right.
I am happy.
Right. You were actually legit coloring. You printed out a Halloween.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
That I'm looking at right now across the room. And you colored that in, and then you asked me to pick something out for you.
Yeah.
While I was watching the game, so I did.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a good man.
I printed out some space thing for you, and it came out beautiful.
Yeah.
Would you like to show the folks?
Not at the moment. I just don't feel like getting up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
But maybe later if everyone's
You don't want to
lucky.
leave set.
Right. I don't want to leave set, and the producers would get a little mad at me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So.
But yeah, it's been great. Patriots lost over the weekend. We'll get into that.
You're refusing to talk about the Celtics? Like, or are we talking about it later? Is that why?
Yeah, we have topics.
Oh.
That's all you want to talk about the Yankees? You have nothing else to say about the Yankees?
Oh, no, I do, but that's our first topic.
The Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going for a championship. They won the ALCS. They're
I know, but first of all, we were just talking about topics, and we were getting into our weekend, and then we were talking about how we felt, and then the weekend, then we get into our topics. Yeah. Why are you pretending like we're just skipping over all the topics?
I'm not. I'm saying that's why I'm reserving some of my feelings and opinions about the Celtics, about the Patriots.
Okay, understood. Sorry, I just didn't understand. So if I didn't understand, maybe the
it's okay, Bella.
The dosers.
The coffees.
Yeah, the coffees. Sure. But yes,
it's difficult when the sports like dictate so much of your feelings throughout the weekend and the week that so when you're talking about your feelings,
yeah, thoughts and feelings.
It incorporates topics that you want to talk about in depth later on the podcast. So just got to save a little juice. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Well, All the juice is here for the Yankees, who are bursting, like I said already, the LA Dodgers. It's New York. It's LA. It's two of the greatest. They're saying it's Aaron Judge versus Shohei Ohtani, which I get because it's two freaking giants versus one another. It's like literally the battle of the giants.
Two
Like,
MVPs.
yeah, two MVPs. But it's like, I really feel like it's like, I mean, yes, Aaron Judge, I love you. But I feel like to me, it really is like, it's Soto and Shohei. Juan Soto is so good.
Juan Soto's hot right now. Like he's.
I like his thing that he does.
What thing?
He does this the Soto shuffle. Do you know what this is?
No.
He whenever he does it, he opens his legs really wide and moves them back and forth it's like a wave or whatever when he gets ready to hit the ball.
Ooh.
And so the music that comes out to him, I think it's literally called the music he comes out to. I think is called the Soto Shuffle, and the two artists re-released and came out with a music video with him.
Really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
This week or last week. I think.
Cool.
So
yeah, I mean he's dominant. That so for anyone that didn't
maybe
watch,
the Stanton versus Shohei. Maybe just the Yankees versus Shohei.
Yeah, that's the thing about sports. Okay, that's the thing that everyone tries to do, where it has to be one main person on one team, main person on the other team. That's what they try to do with the Celtics. They try to make it Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know, and I understand them wanting to do that though, because it's it is hard to
Yeah, it's easy to market. It's easy to sell it.
Yeah. What do you keep looking at? Your eye keeps drifting over here. Is it a little something over here?
No, I'm just making sure my eyes are open.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where I just woke up, so my eyes are still sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. And you're not wearing your glasses.
No.
Your eye's really on the mend.
It's on the mend.
It's been fucking 2 months. I'd hope so though. So crazy, but yes.
Better late than never.
It was the Mets and the Dodgers, the Yankees and the Guardians. The Mets unfortunately lost because I really would have really loved a Subway Series, World Series. Right. That would have been insane. And honestly, I do feel bad for the Mets fans who aren't as good as the Yankee fans, because honestly, if the Mets were in the World Series, then I would root for them only for just being New York pride. You know what I mean? I wouldn't I just don't feel I'd be as invested in the World Series. Because I'd be the Dodgers. I like the Dodgers. But the Mets, New York, whatever. But every interview where I saw that said to the Mets after the game, are you gonna root for the Yankees? They're hell no. And it's all these articles that are coming out where it's the Mets fans have to root for the team that kicked their team out, and it's just you literally don't have to be like that. And that just to me exactly what a Met fan is, someone who can't see it for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's exactly what Kevin said when he was Kevin Cabo when he was on the podcast. Exactly what he said, where it says the Mets and the Jets are just one letter apart.
Yeah,
it's a miserable fan base. For good reason. It's not
right. It's not out of nowhere.
Right there, it's genuinely they share a city with the New York Yankees. They've seen the New York Yankees win 27 championships, and the Mets have a couple of their own, but not since the 1980s.
You know, it'd be crazy if the Yankees won their 28th World Series the year that I'm 28.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's the key.
It kind of has to be. Now I'm even more excited. I literally cannot wipe the smile off my face. I am just so happy. What?
So no, we didn't even talk about the home run. Why you think it's Soto? Why you're so high on Soto right now?
Okay, so everyone who didn't watch, because I honestly don't know if you're not a Yankees fan, if you're not a baseball fan, why you would be watching baseball on Saturday night, you know? So that's a little hard. And I will say that the baseball schedule is so difficult. They play so many games, and it's
so difficult.
It's either 3 in a row or 3 and then a break. It's it's so confusing to me. But it's a 7-game series, just like how it is in hockey, just like how it is in basketball. So baseball is the same. And so what they do is the first team plays you play 2 games at their home. So it's the Yankees play 2 games at Yankee Stadium. And then they flew over to Cleveland and they played 3 games in Cleveland. And then if they didn't win those, they would go back and play the remaining 2 games at Yankee Stadium. So what's even crazier is they won 2 games. Like, so they won 4 games, best out of 7. But they won their final game on their last game in Cleveland.
Yeah, game 5.
And it was nothing short of unbelievable. Like, it was like, it's tied. Like, the game is tied 2-2. It's all crazy. There's so much tension going on. And then it's the 9th inning.
Extra innings. 10th inning.
Yes. Overtime inning.
Extra innings.
Extra inning. Overtime.
Extra inning.
Why are you saying extra inning?
It's called extra inning. It's not called overtime in baseball.
Okay, but it's overtime.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I'm just giving you.
Don't be mad over there because the Yankees are in the World
not
Series.
mad.
That's what it is.
This podcast is about me teaching you about sports.
Turn your frown upside freaking down, okay? So they're in the overtime extra inning, okay? And the bases there's 2 people on the base. Juan Soto's up there. I think it was the last person to bat. 2 strikes were there. Whatever it is. Or maybe not. I don't remember. But regardless,
it wasn't the last person.
Juan Soto steps up to the plate and he's like looking at the pitcher. He's like, I know what you're gonna throw. Like, I see it.
He was presenting crazy energy.
He was.
He was like nodding at the pitcher after every pitch.
Oh yeah, I got this. Yeah. You throw it. He'd throw it like hit a foul ball or whatever, and then he'd be like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I know what you're gonna do. Yeah, I got it. I'm like, what is happening out there? Like, are you okay out there in Cleveland? And so literally he gets one ball and just pops it out, and it like barely goes to a home run. Like, it just makes it. And it's like honestly even crazier because like the Cleveland Guardian guy's like all the way in the outfield, and he's like reaching up. He's like trying, and it just like pops. Like, it pops like over to as a home run. And I was like, this is everything. I think I was literally screaming my head off. Like, I was like, let's go. I was so happy because it's like literally I was like, no way. Like, that is crazy. Like, I couldn't even imagine like the feeling of him doing that, of just being there. Like, it was absolutely incredible. And I'm very, very excited. The Yankees are officially going into the World Series, and Rooney's happy. Now we can talk about you.
No, I have questions.
Oh, okay, yeah, go.
Another one so we talked about Soto. He's one of your players now, right?
Yes.
We talked about Stanton. He's been very dominant. Judge mentioned. Judge is getting hot. One of the storylines in every playoffs that he's played in is that he hasn't had a moment. He's not a big playoff player. He started off slow in the playoffs this year. He really picked it up in the Cleveland series. He had 2 home runs. But one of the other players that you've grown to or have an interest in right now is Luke Weaver, the closer of the New York Yankees.
Yes. He's so funny to me. Like, he's just like one of those guys. It's like, he's just like super quirky. And it's just funny because it's like you don't really get that type of attitude or personality from someone who's like a professional athlete. Like, he's just like super funny. He's like says that he's like a wiry guy, but he's just like a jokester. Like, they call him Jungle Cat. Like, he just like so minuscule in comparison to all these guys. And it's like, it's so funny. Like, I just love it. Like, if you ever saw him on the street, like, you would think he works in like IT, you know? I love it.
I'm trying to think if I saw him on the street. No, he definitely looks like a finance bro.
Yeah, right. Like, he would be wearing a vest.
Right. Oh, of course.
Yeah. Vest is necessary for him.
He's wearing a blue button down with a gray vest and his financial company like on the shirt.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
One thing you sent me videos of him and everything, and made me think of like walkouts for basketball and football, like how the players walk out to the locker room. They're wearing an outfit. Not just Yankees players. MLB players really don't do that. Like, they usually just wear jeans, a hoodie, and go into the.
Yeah, I mean, I think because they also have 80,000 games that they have to go through. True, like, maybe, like, I think it's just like they're at the point they're like, let's just freaking go.
Right.
You know,
but at least for the playoffs, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen any
No, there really isn't.
images.
It's something that baseball doesn't really capitalize on. It's interesting to me.
That is interesting.
Our
We need to chat with them.
our good friend Kevin,
Yes,
we have
Kev from the pod.
he the Who man.
Yeah, the Who Man. Who Man's here.
He gave us a few notes that he wanted us to share on the podcast, so it would be remiss if we didn't give him credit for these notes.
Credit for the notes.
This is the first time it's ever been MVP versus MVP in the World Series. So for the regular season awards, it's the AL MVP, the AL and the NL, American League and National League. They both get MVPs. So Judge and Ohtani both got their respective leagues MVPs. So it's the first time those two honors are playing one another in the World Series, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Crazy.
It's the 12th time the Dodgers and the Yankees meet in the World Series. It's the most of all time between any teams. The last time they met was 1981.
Wow.
And he put the top 2 biggest markets in baseball. I put 2 out of the top 3 biggest markets in baseball. There's another one that is northeast of New York that is also pretty big. I don't have the numbers to back it up, so
I wouldn't know.
I'm just going to say 2 of the top 3 markets in baseball.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And
I would say 2 of the biggest.
His last note is probably one of the most important. It's going to be a great World Series.
So cute. I'm so excited. It's going to be the best. I'm hyped.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Watching the Yankees win another World Series. Watching them win their
You're going to be at a bachelorette party.
Yeah, for 2 of the games.
No, I'm saying, like, you have to, like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's, like, you have to find a way to have these girlies watch the game.
No, I'm going to be finding a way to watch the game. Like, I definitely will be.
Like, you have to find a bar with the game on.
Yeah, like, I'll be rallying somehow.
Right.
Like, put the game on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be, like, a la my grandma. Like, can we put the game on? I'm
Yeah,
sitting on the couch.
I'll hang out with you just after the game's over.
Yeah. Just after the game's done. Yeah, I'm hyped. So, yeah, let's freaking go Yankees. 28th win. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my 28-year-old body.
So moving on to the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
As we mentioned, they opened up their series on Tuesday. Their season on Tuesday night, playing the New York Knicks. Before the game, they raised the banner, their 18th banner, and they got their championship rings. One thing that was really confusing to me was when they were raising the banner, TNT cut out to commercial as the banner was literally coming out of the like
Yeah, that
casing.
was crazy.
And like I still to this moment haven't seen like a full video of the banner getting raised because of that. I don't know if it was intentional by TNT or anything, but it was probably one of the most frustrating things I ever like dealt with in my life.
I don't understand like why they did that though. Like I just like literally don't get it.
Just go to commercial after.
Right. Like just literally do it after. Like it was like literally the song was so going on. Like it just felt so weird. Like all of a sudden just cut to commercial. I'm like, wait, is that it? I'm confused.
Right. It made no sense and whatever. It was just start off with a weird vibe. But nonetheless, the Celtics did raise that banner and they came out with something to prove. And they did exactly that. They tied the record for the most amount of threes in an NBA game with 29, and they put a shit kicking on the New York Knicks. You asked 2 questions during the game that I thought were interesting that I wanted to bring on the pod and discuss.
Go for it.
The first question was, why did the NBA choose the Knicks as the opponent for the Celtics to open up the season? And honestly, the schedule was set before like the Karl Anthony Towns trade, so I couldn't really give the credit to that. But it's because it's New York versus Boston. They know everybody's going to watch. New York is supposed to take the next step and be at the next level and give the Celtics like a
run for their money.
A run for their money. Thank you. They're previewing it as like a potential Eastern Conference Finals matchup.
Oh.
And it's just they want to make it. It would be good for basketball to have that storyline. To have it in Boston versus New York.
Got it.
Which is why I always give you so much poopy about cheering for both, because it really is like Clash of the Titans.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Does that make sense to you?
No, it does make sense. And I was happy watching it.
Yeah, you were. But that's why they strategic. It's like anything else. It's like a TV show you watch.
Yeah.
It's like Real Housewives. Like you start the
Yeah,
season.
but like it just
You
it's
start
just
the
like
season off. You start the season off
Yeah.
with like Melissa and Teresa having a conversation.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
And you want that to send off fireworks and set the
Yeah.
tone for the rest of the season.
Understood. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
The second,
Thank you for explaining it in Bravo terms.
right,
What are you here for other than that?
exactly. The premise of this whole
Right, exactly.
why the mics are live.
And why they're hot.
I think we need to stop.
Why?
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I was like, why
Oh,
would I say?
We're just always so
Peek
delusional
behind
in
the
these
curtain.
morning ones.
Oh, I'm not. Honestly, I'm fired up. Like, I could literally
No, I
write
feel like
a
you're like on
10-page
my
paper.
throat. Like
I go for what? I just have a lot of energy, and you're Sleepy Joe over there.
I'm not Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe.
Sorry, Sleepy Joe.
Another thing is they were talking about how the Celtics had something to prove, and the fact that they felt the fact that they felt disrespected. And you were like, why would they feel disrespected if they just won a championship? And
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Everyone talks so much shit about them. It's like a little wild.
that's exactly it. Everybody talks so much shit. The national media
Yeah.
talks so much shit.
It's true.
Like, for example, I watched Jaylen Brown on the Stephen A. Smith show.
Yeah.
Which is just on YouTube. It's Stephen A. Smith's new podcast. It's actually really good. And they had a fascinating conversation. If you rewind to last year during the playoffs or before the playoffs, Stephen A. Smith read a text message from an NBA source saying that basically, it's not a direct quote. What's it called? Paraphrasing.
Okay.
Basically saying that Jaylen Brown is not likable across the NBA, and he, in turn, since he isn't likable, he isn't marketable. And it was a quote from a source, and Jaylen Brown kind of responded to that throughout the season and during the playoffs and said, like, state your source, and actually made T-shirts through his brand saying state your source, and he wore that same T-shirt on the podcast with Stephen A. Smith and actually brought him one as well. So that's where they started the conversation, and I think like that is a great example of the shit talking that the national media does. Like, even if it's not Stephen A. Smith sharing his opinion and he's just reading a quote from a source, there's a message. It's the point that Jaylen Brown was trying to get across. Like, there's a message that you're sending. Like, it's your platform.
Yeah.
You're making it a topic on your platform to discuss. You see it as something valuable to discuss. So, like, I do hold you responsible to a degree for sharing that.
Right.
Like,
you brought it up.
you brought
you brought it on air. Like, so now you have to own it type of thing.
Right. Exactly. And that was kind of, I don't know why, but
It is like a la Teresa when she brought up the rumor about
Yes.
Jackie
Yes.
and Evan being cheated on.
yes.
Evan cheating on Jackie on air, and then she's like, "It was just a rumor. Like, I brought up the rumor. Like, I didn't bring anything up. I brought up the rumor, but it's like, but you brought it on TV.
Right,
Like,
that's why-
now it's on you.
And that was Jaylen Brown's point, is like the source texted it to you so that it could get out there into the media. And
Right, and you said it. It's with your name,
exactly. Stephen A. Smith
Stephen
said.
A.
But so that's
The
a
fact that people say Stephen A. Smith is so crazy, and not
I love
just
it.
Stephen or Stephen Smith.
I love it. Now the host of First Take is actually calling him SA, which is like, I keep on thinking it's like when like someone goes, "Hey, SA."
Yeah, I don't know what essay means, like other than essay bagel.
Well, this is initials, SA.
Yeah, no, I know. My brain is working.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My brain is operating on all cylinders.
Back to the Celtics. That is the reason why it's a perfect example of how the media talks about them and like puts them down. The other thing is that Jaylen Brown didn't even make the USA Olympic team,
Yeah, which is crazy.
even though he's a Finals MVP. And Jaylen Brown, even though he did make the Olympic team, if you remember, he didn't even play really in the Olympics. So like he felt disrespected.
Jason Tatum.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum didn't really play in the Olympics. He was on the bench most of the time.
Yeah.
And so he felt disrespected by that too. So that's why this team has a lot to prove.
Yeah.
And,
And they proved enough, I feel like.
oh, I mean, no, there's plenty of proof. There's plenty more to prove.
Oh, okay.
But it was a perfect first statement to start off the season,
Yeah, I agree.
especially against a team that they say is going to be one of your biggest competitors throughout the season. Lastly, the Celtics just may never lose. They just may never lose.
Yeah, I hope not.
They look crisp out there.
Yeah, I hope for you. I hope that they never lose.
And yeah, I'm just excited to watch the Celtics. I'm excited to see what's going on. I'm excited to see what team you what teams you really start to take a keen interest in, and I'm just kidding, and see if they can defend this thing. One other interesting thing I saw leading up to the Celtics game is the coach Joe Mazzulla was asked, like, is there any pressure to repeat? And he goes like, no. Like, what's the pressure? Like, it's like an honor to like say that you won the championship last year. So like, why would there be pressure? And I just love his demeanor with stuff like that.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a crazy view. I don't know if I fully believe that or yeah.
The last thing about the game last night was that you had a marketing idea for Karl Anthony Towns. Do you remember?
Oh my God, I do remember.
Do you want to share it?
Do you want me to share it?
I don't know. I put it on it. It's up to you if you want to. I don't know.
You loved it. Is that why? Well, how did it even come up? Like, were we talking about candy?
No, I know exactly how it came up.
Tell me.
It came up because you said that you think his new nickname is going to be the Big Bodega.
Sarah told me his nickname is the Big Bodega.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's no nickname established. It's whatever the New York fan base is trying to make his nickname. He hasn't even played a game in New York yet.
Oh, got it.
He just got here.
Cat, because his name's Cat.
Yeah.
But I said they should do Kit Kat. They should do a commercial because Kit Kats are like tall pieces of chocolate, and they're like tall, dark, and handsome. You could do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would come out, and then he's eating a Kit Kat, and it says, "You are what you eat." I mean, the marketing icon, marketing genius. And plus, I'm really in the mood for some Kit Kats. So, and it's spelled the right way. Cat, K-A-T, Kit Kat.
Right.
Too. Because it's not cat, C-A-T. It's Kit Kat with a K.
Love it.
So they really need to be marketing on him. They could do like a Kit Kat like cartoon, like dribbling the ball.
Easy
peasy.
Yeah, I love it. I can see it now.
Walking into a bodega.
Yeah, and even like the way that they could even do it, they could do a special like wrap.
Bodega.
They could do like a special like wrapping of the Kit Kats that it's like the Knicks font and colors.
Ooh, and it'd be good for Halloween because it'd be orange. I mean, come on, Kit Kat, you got to get on it. Get these manufacturing plants going.
And give us some residuals.
Yeah.
But I think that they should do like Cat's Delicatessen.
No, because that's cats.
It's close enough.
No, it's not. It's not Kit Kat. It's exactly the same.
Why? Por qué los dos?
Well, I have something to say. I don't think that you're happy with the Patriots. Regardless of your feelings of last week, of saying you've never been happier with a 20-point loss, whatever, because watching you watch the Patriots this week was nothing short of miserable. It was very sad for me. I was like, I don't even want to look at you while you're watching the game because it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah, the Patriots, they lost again, this time in international soil in London. Bright and early Sunday morning.
Over the pond?
Over the pond. My morning was ruined before I had my tea and biscuits.
Yeah, literally. Tea and crumpets.
Is that what they had? What's crumpet?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's the same thing, I think.
Drake May still played very well. Drake May still threw for 276 yards and 2 touchdowns. I can't wait to see what he looks like with a solid team around him. But yeah, the big problem coming out of this game is once again what the head coach had to say afterwards.
Yeah.
Just like every time this guy steps in front of a mic, he doesn't know what the hell to say.
Yeah.
And it's extremely frustrating.
Stage fright.
I don't like it.
He needs to come on and get used to talking on a mic. He should come over here. Come on, Gerard Mayo. Come here. You want to come here and talk on a mic and know how?
I'm afraid that he has to, instead of coming on this podcast, he has to go wherever Robert Saleh is because I think it's already time to give up on this guy.
Where's Robert Saleh?
Fired.
Oh, yeah. Well,
at home, away from...
People are saying that's premature.
That was premature, yes.
People are saying like they're not happy with it.
Yeah, but you can't go back now.
Do you really want Gerard Mayo to be...
Well, he committed what I think is a cardinal sin for a coach.
Which is?
Is calling your team soft, especially to the media.
Yeah, why would he do that?
And it doesn't make sense as to why you would do that. And
it's just like mean.
I mean, constructive criticism is fine. If you do it behind closed doors, whatever. But it's the fact that, like, you're doing it to the media. You're doing it.
He's bringing it up like Stephen A. Smith. State your source.
Right. Like, you're literally causing a division. This is how you cause a division between you and your team. Like, it's like if, like, I can't imagine if any other fucking boss went to the, like.
No, right. And, like, goes and talks to, like, it's the same thing. It's just like a boss that goes and talks to media, whoever, and says, like, oh, yeah, like, my team is soft.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. Bill Belichick had responded to it since he's on every single NFL show across the
period.
Across
yes. This man's
YouTube
booked and busy.
YouTube and ESPN and Fox and everything in between.
This man must be tired.
And obviously his comments are biased because he was fired in favor of Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
But his comments were like spot on. He was like, we have the same team out there that they had that we had last year.
Right.
And like those guys aren't soft. He's like, and if I was those players, I'd feel very disrespected. He's like, and I've coached those players last year. They were like number one against number one run defense in the league last year. Despite how bad the team was as a whole, like they were in like the toughness part, they were like amongst the top in the league. So like, I don't know what he's talking about, and I would feel disrespected if I was those players. I agree with him. Like, it's pretty much they are missing Juwan Bentley, who's like one of their toughest players, especially on defense, the middle linebacker, the heart and soul of that defense. They are missing him. But Jesus Christ, like, take some accountability. Like, I'm currently reading a book right now called Extreme Ownership.
Yeah.
Written by 2 Navy SEALs. It talks about like leadership and stuff. And I think that we need to send Gerard Mayo a copy and like take some fucking accountability, take some fucking ownership for it's your fucking football team, dude. It's literally your football team. Like, what are you talking about? If they're playing soft, it's your fault. It's nobody else's fault but yours. Like, since you got the fucking job, you've been
Tell him.
the worst leader of men I've fucking ever seen. Like, I can't even you haven't been consistent with your message. You haven't taken accountability. Last week, you're saying that, like, the roster, like, you inherited a bad roster. Before that, you're saying that Drake May's better than Jacoby Brissett, but Jacoby Brissett's still going to be the starter for reasons that you couldn't even articulate. Then you go to Drake May because you feel the pressure that he's doing well, but the team still sucks, so you have nowhere else to turn because you don't have the scapegoat of Jacoby Brissett. And now your excuse that the team is soft, so you instead want to cause a division between you and the team rather than just defending the team and being a leader and taking accountability. Like, you should read this fucking book. In the book, one of the principles is the fact that there is no bad teams, just bad leaders. And I think that's exactly the core of what the Patriots have right now. They just have a fucking horrible ass leader that can't fucking coach.
Period. Fire him. You fired.
And lastly, part of your poor leadership is the fact that I've never seen a Patriots team so freaking undisciplined on and off the football field. Like, the penalties don't end. Then you have the thing with Jabril Peppers that happened a few weeks ago. We're going to reserve our opinions on that until we see like what really happened in that situation. But last week, Christian Barmore, one of the other team's leaders, video came out of him getting pulled over in Providence, Rhode Island, screaming at cops. Like, it wasn't like the Tyreek Hill situation where the cops escalated this one. It was the opposite, where the cops were like, hey, man, like, you have to come out of the car for whatever reason. And he was just, like, screaming, yelling, calling them racist when the cop was also African-American. So it, like, also made no sense to what he was saying. And, like, the cop is just, like, trying to, like, guide him out of the car. And he's, like, hitting the cop's arms away. And, like, the cop was like, okay, dude, like, please just calm it down. Like, it's going to, like, do you want to get charged with something? Or do you want to, like, go home tonight? Like,
right.
Just follow our instructions. And like, he just continues to yell and scream. And, like, that wouldn't happen if Belichick was a coach.
Right.
Granted, like, everyone else is going to comment if we ever clip this, like, oh, what about Aaron Hernandez? Like, Aaron Hernandez is a special case, okay? Like, that guy is just a whole
he's
other
just
psychopath.
a murderer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's just a legit murderer that the NFL tried to cover up.
Thank you for listening to my rant.
Yeah, you're welcome. That was crazy. I felt like, honestly, I was looking at us in, like, the camera, and, like, you look so tan right now, but I think it's because of your blood pressure so goddamn high.
That could be it.
Yeah.
That could be it.
It is. I think it is it. It is it. Thank you. I hope that I wish nothing but the best for the Patriots. Yikes. let's get into our double D's threes
Let's
this
do it.
week. So my double D's threes this week, of course, has to do with the Yankees. And it is, in fact, all of the things that now I understand or feel like I understand, like being a little bit more invested in a sport, like being a little bit more invested in
Ooh,
the
I
game.
love this.
Number 3, that when a commercial came up on the screen, I wanted the commercial to go away. I was ready for the commercial to be done. I wanted the game to be back on. I'm like, I'm ready for these commercials to stop. Like let's go. Like, let's figure this out. You know what I mean? Number 2, the hype videos. I never understood them. I thought they were so weenie, and like I'm just like I don't get it at all. And now I literally can't stop watching hype videos of Yankees. Like when I watched Juan Soto hit that home run like no less than 78 times. Like I am obsessed. I cannot stop watching, and like when they put music in the background, it's like it's everything. I'm watching these like fan fictions. So you know what I mean? Like you ever see those like weird ass things where it's like those weird like random clips of random moments of people like laughing or smiling, and it's like weird edits. Like I'm watching those. Like I'm in deep in these. And number 1 is the excitement. I'm so excited. Like I literally can't get over it. It truly is changing my mood. Like it's like I am so happy. Like I cannot believe that the Yankees are literally going to be in the World Series, and like I'm not over it. I'm literally not over it. Like I cannot believe it. Like granted, I hadn't been following it like the entire season as closely as I wanted to be.
Baseball's a long season.
But I did say that I wanted to get more invested in it, and then all of a sudden, here we are. And, like, whatever. I love it. So I'm very happy. I'm very excited. And, yeah, that's, as everyone already knows, like, freaking go Yankees. Yeah, what about you? What's your double D's threes?
My double D's threes do not involve sports.
Okay.
It involves my 3 favorite pastas.
Oh, like pasta types?
Pasta types of pasta.
Ooh, okay. I like this. You make me hungry.
Yeah, I know. Because we still have a boatload of pasta in the fridge that I'll be eating, and that I literally cannot wait till it's lunchtime just so I can eat it. It's like ever since that feeling when you go to school and you have a good lunch packed.
Hell yeah. You're like, oh my God, I can't wait to eat.
That's the feeling I have.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, lasagna.
I do like lasagna.
Lasagna, obviously, is only a specific type of. It has to be layered and everything, but when you have lasagna and it's a good lasagna, literally it can cure cancer.
Oh, okay.
Like it can cure anything.
Sure. Okay.
It's tremendous.
I wouldn't put lasagna up to the task, but
Okay.
But
You can have you can do your own double D's threes next week.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Number 2, classic spaghetti.
Yeah.
I love spaghetti.
Truth.
It's
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
love the slurp. I don't know why. Like, what's up with it?
I don't know.
That feeling of like when you get and it's all in your mouth. It's like literally crazy. It's like, ooh, eating spaghetti's fun.
Eating spaghetti's really fun.
Yeah, it is.
But similar to spaghetti, but even better,
Yeah.
that you introduced me to,
Yeah.
is bucatini.
You like bucatini better than spaghetti?
Yes,
Why?
because the sauce gets in the middle.
Yeah.
Like so,
Thicker
bucatini is
pasta.
a thicker spaghetti, but like in the middle is a hole. It's like a tube.
Looks like a straw.
Yeah, it looks like a straw, and so like they're a bit thicker, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And like the sauce gets in like the tube, and so like as you're eating it, like as you bite into it, you get like little like surprises of sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. Surprise sauce is always
Little salty
good.
surprise, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah, you love a salty surprise in your mouth.
I
That's
should never
amazing.
said that in front of a hot mic ever, but
Yeah, we're here with the hot mics. But that's awesome. I love that you love bucatini. That's wow, what a great double D's threes. I would say honorable mention to shells, to stuffed shells or shells period. Like any shell pasta, like you got my heart. You got my heart.
yeah, I just feel like the shells, the ziti, the penne, like all those things, I also love, but I eat them so fast.
Yeah, I know, because they're so good.
And like you can just get a spoonful, and like it's like 2
Oh
scoops
my
for
God,
me.
I miss Velveeta shells. Holy shite.
They have to. We need to try to make you vegan mac and cheese with like shells.
I'm on it. Ask and you shall receive. So I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Perfect.
It's time to get into our sick puppy and interesting cat of the week.
Sick Puppy is one of my favorite athletes
Of all time?
Of all time. Mr. Francis Ngannou. He returned to MMA, his first MMA fight in 3 years over the weekend.
I didn't know that.
Because the last 2 years he's been focusing on boxing.
Oh, okay.
But he returned to the cage.
Is.
Boxing is just boxing,
Yeah.
boxing. MMA is
Kicking.
kicking.
Can you kick in boxing?
No, well, kickboxing you can, but he wasn't doing kickboxing.
Okay.
And also like grappling.
Okay.
MMA.
Okay.
So everything that's allowed in the UFC.
Okay.
Good?
Sure.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. I hear you.
Okay. So it was his first fight in 3 years, but it was also his first fight since his son passed away.
Oh
He
my
had a 15-month-old son that had
What?
a brain malformation, and passed away unexpectedly, like late last year.
Oh my God,
and
that's
so-
awful.
With everything that this man has already gone through, if you don't know Francis Ngannou's story, it's amazing. Please, you can definitely. He talked about it on the Joe Rogan podcast and different forums, but I'm not even going to do it justice, but like long story short, this man came from a mining town in Nigeria, and at the age of like 23 realized there had to be more to life and just started walking north to try to get to Europe, and got caught multiple times trying to get into Europe, crossing the Mediterranean Sea, and every time he got caught, his punishment was getting returned to the middle of the Sahara Desert, which he already went through. And the officers would just drop him off in the Sahara Desert and make him and the other people that they captured and just like leave him there. And so like that happened 6 or 7 times to this man until he was finally able to get over to the border to Spain and then France. And obviously by the time he got there, he was just like a homeless guy on the street, and he went from that to being the heavyweight champion in the UFC and
That's crazy.
creating this life for himself, which is crazy. But that in and of itself makes him a legendary sick puppy. But going through the adversity of everything with his son and coming back and not fighting for 3 years in the cage and having a first round knockout.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, first round knockout.
I mean, it's scary. He's the scariest human being, I think.
Yeah, unbelievable. Sick puppy.
Wow, sick puppy of the freaking week. Let's go, Francis Ngannou. You deserve it.
Interesting cat.
Yes.
Keon Coleman and Booking.com.
Yes. You showed me this jank-ass commercial that this man, Keon Coleman, who is this?
He's a rookie wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. Like that, his personality is perfect for like...
The pay grade for this commercial for Booking.com must have been about $5 because this was the craziest, most jank commercial I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think like... So Keon Coleman does have a very distinct personality. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he will be seen on a lot of commercials and make a lot of money outside of football for sure. But Booking.com could have helped him just a wee bit on this one.
Yeah, just a little.
They could have given him some guidance. They could have
brought in one producer.
Brought in something other than an iPhone to shoot this thing.
Yeah, shot on iPhone.
It's a Booking.com commercial, and they're taking him they're following him on a tour of like Niagara Falls, and boy. I don't even know what, this thing was just, jank is the word.
Yeah, jank is truly the word. So
just very interesting, don't know what you're trying to accomplish here. It makes me, not want to go on Booking.com. It does the opposite of what you're trying to do.
Booking.com, Booking.no.
All right.
Let's get to our pick'ems. I'm a little upset because I almost won the Pick'em League this past week with, I honestly...
You got 12 wins.
I had 12 wins. And, of course, all of the ones like I picked last week for our pick'ems. I only got one right, which is like absolutely crazy. So like literally the 3 that I got wrong, 2 out of 3 of those are the ones I mentioned. So it's like a little unfortunate.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. So it's like a little annoying, but obviously like just know that my pick'ems are always right. And I was going with the tactic of whatever team had the most wins if they won against the other. And that's what I'm going to be doing again this week, but in a little bit just whatever. Giants versus Steelers. The Steelers have 5 wins, 2 losses. The Giants have 2 wins, 5 losses. I'm picking the Steelers. Vikings versus the Rams. The Vikings have 5 wins, 1 loss. Wait. Yeah. 5 wins, 1 loss. And the Rams have 2 wins, 4 losses. I'm picking the Vikings. The Packers versus the Jaguars. The Packers have 5 wins, 2 losses. The Jaguars have 2 wins, 5 losses. I'm picking the Packers. Steelers, Vikings, Packers. I may have also picked that last week as well. But, yeah. Otherwise, like, the spreads, like, underneath them were so fucking large. So I'm like, I don't want to pick these on air, you know. So, Steelers, Vikings, Packers, all under 6.5. So, Steelers are 6.5. Vikings, 3.5. Packers, 4.5.
Love it. Love it. One of my first picks is the same as one of yours. It's the Green Bay Packers, -4.5 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Packers are really good. The Jaguars are not very good, even though they beat down my team this past weekend. And I think the Packers are going to put a beat down on the Jags in support of the Patriots. And in revenge for the Patriots from last week.
Oh, okay, great.
Try not to sneeze right now.
Don't. Oh, my God. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, I have the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills.
-3.5 against the Seattle Seahawks.
Great.
The Buffalo Bills are getting hot. Seattle, I think, is going to fall off to the wayside a bit. And then lastly, the Tampa Bay Bucks +2.5 at home against Atlanta. I don't really understand this line. I don't know why the Bucks have been playing very well. I know they lost this past week, but and I also know Michael Evans is hurt. That's fine. The Bucks are better than that. Bucks are gonna not only cover that, but they're gonna win.
Amazing. Go them.
New segment alert.
Yeah. Oh.
Things I need Bubba's opinion on.
Oh, okay. Wow, we have a lot of things you may have missed. Holy moly.
Back to your New York Yankees. I need your opinion on the Yankees.
So when you want my opinion, like, what do you want?
Like one or two
like
sentences?
1 or 2 sentence?
Yeah. Like your genuine opinion. Like, what do you have to say about this?
Okay, 1 sentence on each.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Yankees collab with Ralph Lauren.
Love it, need it, gotta have it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite piece in that?
I love the bomber jackets, of course, because that's just my love language. And then I really like the polo bear with the Yankees uniform on. So cute.
Love it. The Yankees wearing classic turtlenecks.
Love that. Saw this, that they're wearing the classic turtlenecks that are actually from the archive. So like popping out of their little jerseys, they have like a little blue turtleneck that has like the New York Yankees logo on the collar. And the players actually took the ones from the archives because they said that they liked the cotton better or something like that. And I love it. I love the little burst of little Yankees that you get on the collar. So yeah, love it.
The Boston Celtics championship ring.
Love it. I have to look more into it a little bit, but obviously I love anything that sparkles. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Did you know if Beverly
Jason and Beverly Hills did it?
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need a whole breakdown of that.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, I need a breakdown of that.
Okay, I'll give you a breakdown.
LeBron James and Bronny being the first father-son duo to officially play in the NBA together.
That's crazy. I don't even know like that must have been like the weirdest feeling ever. Like that's so cool. I love that they did that. Literally things that they've been dreaming about. LeBron's been dreaming about, I'm sure, since he had his son.
Probably
so it's been a long time in the making.
Yeah.
Long time coming. So very cool.
I thought that I was going to just hate on it. Like I was like going to the game, I was like, this kid shouldn't even play. Like shouldn't even be in the NBA. It's like very much a nepotism situation.
Sure.
Whatever. But like actually seeing them go out in the court together and like in a real NBA game, like honestly, it instantly changed my feeling on it. Despite the way I feel about LeBron James, I thought it was an extremely, extremely cool moment. And like, of course, maybe if he wasn't LeBron James' son, he wouldn't be in this situation. But guess what? He is LeBron James' son, and LeBron James is his dad, and LeBron James is LeBron James, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And
Right.
like, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. And I think it cements their legacy for a long time.
Sports history.
Sports history. Like, we literally saw history yesterday.
Sports history.
So, congratulations to them.
Congrats, the James.
The Messi and Bad Bunny collaboration with Adidas.
I loved it. I'm excited. I want. I think I remember seeing. I like skimmed through it, so I need to take a deeper dive into looking at it.
Okay.
But I did like it.
The Notre Dame helmets. They painted their helmets like vintage leather helmets last week.
I do like it. Like, I think it's funny. It's like a little cosplay, you know? It's like a little bit of magic. Like, I don't know if I would like it for the whole season. Like,
right, but just
if you, like, painted on, like, a fake, like, it would be like, I don't even know how to describe it. If you had, like, a old jacket and then, like, printed on, like, fucking like, the tuxedo shirt is, like, really what it reminds me of. But like, I don't think it's good for like anything but like Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be playing with those all year. Like, that looks a little wonky.
Just to honor like a team from the early 1900s.
Right. So love it for that.
Lululemon's partnership with the NHL.
Didn't know that Lululemon didn't have a partnership with a sports franchise yet, like a sports league yet. And it's a little random that they picked the hockey.
Yeah, but I think I feel like that's their customer base right there.
Hockey?
Like hockey families, like hockey moms, hockey dads.
I couldn't think
show
of...
up to the rink with like Lululemon on.
That's so funny because like I actually think of like such the opposite. Like, I feel like Lululemon is not hockey at all. Like, I feel like hockey people like don't want to spend money on Lululemon. They want like... They're more of like better value. You know what I mean? Like, not that it's not, you know what I mean? But like... Like, to me, like, Lululemon would be more, like, football, basketball, things of that nature. You know? Like, I wouldn't even say baseball. Like, baseball and hockey, I wouldn't say.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree with you, but I appreciate your opinion.
Yeah, well,
This
you
is
asked
Bubba's
for it.
opinion.
You literally asked for it. So, thank you for appreciating the opinion that you asked for.
Awesome.
Things you may have missed?
Things you may have missed. Number 1, Tyrese Halliburton sent an interesting congratulations video to 50 Cent on 50 Cent's residency announcement in Las Vegas. He took a video at 4 a.m. when he got back with 3 Indiana girls back to his house.
Yeah, who?
And they were in the video as well. Interesting video to share, but...
Yeah, I'm not one to hate, but it's like... they're from Indiana, those girls. It's like that Morgan Wallen song... Broadway girls, like, leave the Indiana girls alone. Because, like, that was fucking cringe. That was cringe. I was like, why is he, like, he was shirtless, too, right?
Yeah.
Like, he shows, like, 3 girls. Like, is he just, like, I'm going to take a video, I'm going to send it to 50 Cent. Like,
right.
Why?
Also, the season's starting this week.
You should, like, literally don't have to do that.
Right.
Just do anything but that, actually.
Yeah,
so
literally anything but. Kodak Black performed at Jaylen Brown's birthday party over the weekend.
That's amazing. Like, Kodak Black is just a pure icon on this earth. Like, my name is Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white. So good. Love Kodak Black. Dak Prescott got engaged. Gave his lady a fat ass ring. I mean, you can't say no to that ring. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it might even be too small for the contract he got.
Oh my God.
Isn't it supposed to be 2 months pay or whatever?
Like, yeah, like 3 months pay or something like that. Yeah. It was a crazy ring. I mean, it's like a 10-carat ring.
I know, I'm messing around.
Oh, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Her ring was like literally, it's an asteroid. You could see it from the moon. Actually, I think Elon Musk was like, oh my God, there's like something going on in Texas. Like, his SpaceX was like picking up on something. It was really just Dak Prescott's lady's ring.
I agree.
And I love he put the Justin Bieber song that we love, Lifetime, on there, and so like immediate, just I'm like, oh, feels.
Do you think that this couple has a potential to break into your top 3 favorite couples in the NFL?
Yeah, I need to do a little bit more research on like the deeper dive in them, you know? But I did like how they have a daughter together and he put the daughter in a onesie, or someone put the daughter in a onesie, and it said, Mommy, Daddy has a question to ask you. Oh, cutie. I love it.
Saquon Barkley for the Philadelphia Eagles had a career game in his old home against his old team. He had one of the best games of his career, rushing for 176 yards against the New York Giants. That must have felt good for him.
I saw this video on TikTok of this guy who like found an eagle, like a literal bald eagle on the side of the road. And he was like, I'm an Eagles fan. And like, he's like, this is like so crazy. And he like picked it up, put it in his truck, and I think like took it to like the vet or something like that. But like he named the eagle Saquon Barkley. And I think that's amazing. And
That's
the
amazing.
Eagles commented like, thank you for saving Saquon Barkley.
It seems like they saved Saquon Barkley too from the Giants.
They did.
Dumpster fire that is the New York Giants.
Yeah, yikes.
Speaking of the New York Giants, Daniel Jones, their quarterback, hasn't thrown a touchdown pass at MetLife since 2023. 20 NFL quarterbacks and 16 NHL players have more points than him at MetLife in the last year.
That's awful. Why is he? I didn't know he was that bad. Like, how have the Giants been scoring field goals or running?
Yeah, or just not scoring at all.
Oh, yikes.
The Lions kicker, Jake Bates, so he hit a game-winning field goal in their big game against the Vikings over the weekend. And he was emotional after the game. And he was quoted in his press conference for saying, like, 18 months ago, I thought I was done with football. I was working as a brick salesman.
Brick?
Yeah, he was selling bricks.
Who even knew that bricks needed a salesman? Like, they're fucking bricks.
I agree with you.
Who would have known?
Now he's kicking.
You can sell anything nowadays.
Seriously, Matt, like, what's the difference between bricks?
Like, why? I don't think, like, do we really need salesmen for that?
I think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, can I have a brick? Yeah, take it.
She's a brick.
House.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sturdy.
Cleveland Browns fans booed Deshaun Watson when he was down in the field injured with a ruptured Achilles. This resulted in reactions from his teammates Myles Garrett and Jameis Winston going after the fans and basically saying like that was very disrespectful, despite of what people may think about what's going on in his personal life. What do you think?
Yeah, why were they booing him though?
Because
they just hate him.
They hate him because he signed the biggest the biggest guaranteed contract in NFL history at the time, and he's been hurt most of the time. Like they've had to deal with like him with these like lawsuits, and like hasn't really brought much positivity to the team.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not good. Yeah, I mean, no, they shouldn't boo their own team, but
especially
like
when the guy's has a career-threatening injury on the field.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. But then again, it's like guaranteed money. I'd take that away. I'd be like, actually, in the contract, it states if you get an Achilles rupture, half it's ours. Ours.
But that's exactly why football contracts typically aren't guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's a perfect
crazy.
example.
It's
Perfect
crazy.
example. Speaking of NFL contracts, Hassan Reddick is reporting to work this week.
Thank God, Hassan. Thank God. You couldn't afford it anymore, I'm sure.
Well, the Jets agreed to waive the $12 million in fines that he has racked up and honored the rest of his contract.
Oh, that's actually ridiculous.
I agree.
12 million.
I agree.
Like that's
I agree. It's very soft. Very soft.
Yes. Like, oh, we're gonna waive $12 million.
So it's all for nothing.
Right. It's all literally for nothing. That absolute loserville Jets headquarters. Absolute loserville.
But he is not going to get the paychecks that he missed with those games that he missed. So every game.
Yeah, obviously he shouldn't fucking be getting them anyway. Period. He was owing them back to them. How fucking losery is this?
Also,
no discipline.
How stupid is his negotiation tactic? Yeah. Like you set up all this time for more money, you're getting less money.
Right, so stupid. I mean, like it's like actually beyond. Some of these players are just.
I agree. Liv from Love Island appears to be dating Jacob Toppin of the New York Knicks.
Yes, I did see this, and she posted this video of like these huge ass flowers that she got, and like that he apparently gave her, and I'm just like absolutely fucking sass. Liv is a queen, and she deserves nothing but a king, and who better a king than a New York Knick?
you cheering for the Celtics last night. Glenn Big Baby Davis, formerly of the Boston Celtics. He was actually part of the last championship team back in 2008. He posted a farewell message on Tuesday as he was on his way to prison to serve his 40-month sentence.
Wait, what?
Glenn Big Baby Davis is going to prison.
Who is this?
He used to play for the Celtics. We covered when he got in trouble and when he got sentenced. He basically did a fraud scheme and tried to fraud like the NBA healthcare system basically.
And he's going to prison for 40 months?
40 months, yeah.
How long is that? It's like baby terms.
3.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably get out in no time.
And his videos, him smiling, hey guys, take care, to my followers, take care, I'll be back soon. Hope
what
you
an actual psychopath.
He's a psychopath.
Don't like that at
all.
all.
He's a psychopath.
Don't like that at all.
Brazilian soccer star Neymar made his debut back in soccer after being out for the last 12 months with an ACL tear.
Yikes. I'm trying to imagine what he looks like right now, and I'm seeing it, but I'm confusing him with someone else right now, and now someone else is coming into my head.
As soon as you see him, it'll ring a bell for you.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. I was just saying in my head right now I can't see him. So
Barcelona, his former club, Barcelona, they will play in the first ever La Liga match in the United States against Atletico Madrid. Not this year, but probably next year, and lead up to the World Cup in the United States, trying to get some buzz going.
Get some United States juice in there.
Exactly.
That jungle juice. That Jerry juice. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Then lastly, Krispy Kreme is going to start selling donuts at McDonald's. What's your opinion on that?
Interesting.
I think it's genius.
Why do you think it's genius?
Because Krispy Kreme is a very interesting case study of food and the donuts.
Their donuts are so good. And putting them in McDonald's, I guess, makes sense. Because then it's you don't have to have your physical storefronts as many. You can just be putting everything into McDonald's, and you're going to be selling
that's kind of what killed Krispy Kreme is that they started putting their donuts in Walgreens, for example.
Yeah, but I mean you can't be putting your donuts in Dwayne Reed. Dwayne Reed doesn't need Krispy Kreme donuts. They're not hot and fresh like how they would do at McDonald's. It's not a food place.
Exactly. So I think it's a smarter route for them.
Yeah, I mean they serve food there. May I add delicious meals at McDonald's. Crispy chicken sandwich. Come here. Number 7 to left. Come here. Delicious. It's delicious. Love it.
I haven't had breakfast at McDonald's in a long time though. Their hash browns are unbelievable.
I don't think I've actually
You never had a McDonald's hash brown?
I don't know. If I have, I mean it's been literally since elementary school.
You would know. If you had the hash brown?
I mean if I have had a McDonald's.
Do you know what they look like?
They're big squares.
Yeah.
I mean, cylinders.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ovals.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably have had one when I was really little. I just haven't.
I'm going to order you one.
Yeah,
now.
just I would never wake up and be I'm craving McDonald's. So that's probably why I haven't had one in a long time.
That's the difference between me and you.
Things to watch this weekend. The NFL, of course. Face Off on Prime, which is that hockey thing that you've been watching. The NCAA, college football. And, of course, the Yankees winning the World Series against the Dodgers. That's also coming to you live this weekend. But thank you, Nathan, for always explaining everything to me, for being the best co-host a gal like me could ask for, and just being the best. I love our chaotic energy on these morning episodes and wish all of our respective teams luck. It's amazing. Let's freaking go, Yankees. Cheers. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast wherever you watch and listen, and give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Double Dose Pod. Thank you.